Hey, it's Wednesday, December 21st, 2022. Salute. Shout out to the Conrads. Shout out to the Patriarchs. Yeah, we doing a little bit different today. Today I'm shooting from a little chilling room. I ain't shooting in the studio. So we're gonna do it a little bit different, but we're gonna still do it though. And tonight rather, we're talking the Negro population. Salute. Hey, this is the House of Masculinity. We make content for real, straight masculine men. If that's you in the right place. If that ain't you, you can let the door not hit your ass with the Most High split your ass. Or you can sit back, chill out, soak up some game. You feel me? Hey, but that's how we do it over here. Like I say, we do it for real, straight masculine men. We don't do it for no lollipop ass niggas. We don't do it for no $5 fakers. You know what I'm saying? We don't do it for the alphabet boys. You know what I'm saying? We do it for the real. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Shout out to my comrades once again. Like I say, tonight, we're talking the Negro population. And what I'm reading from right now is actually a U.S. Census record. And it's titled The Negro Population. And it's written by Walter F. Wilcox. If you want to look it up for yourself, I encourage you to do so. The Negro Population from the U.S. Census by Walter F. Wilcox. So let's get into it. And it starts off, and by the fact, I let y'all view what I'm looking at. If I can give y'all a little bit of view of it. You want to search it for yourself, feel free to do so. I don't know if y'all can see that. It may not be picking up well. Is it? Let's see if I can get it to pick up decent. Yeah, The Negro Population by Walter F. Wilcox. If you want to read along, all you got to do is type in the title. Take a little funky finger, you know what I'm saying? Hit that Google. You know, you ain't doing nothing else, you feel me? Hey, but I'm going to read, though. You know, I like reading. I do it all the time. You know, reading is fundamental. You know what I'm saying? Reading is fundamental. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but yeah, the Negro population by Walter F. Wilcox. Summary of the results. The census of the Negroes in 1900 was probably less accurate than that of the whites. The unavoidable emissions being somewhat more numerous than the undetected duplications. But it is believed to be not more than 2% below the truth, and at least as accurate as any previous census of the Negroes. So they're saying it ain't that accurate, straight up. They're saying, hey, you know, these numbers might not be all that right. You know, these Negroes ain't cooperating. But let's take it a little further. Yeah, the number of Negroes in the United States, including the entire area covered by the 12 census, continental United States, Alaska and Hawaii, and Puerto Rico, is 9 1/5 million. Perhaps a larger number than is found in any other country outside of Africa. Nearly 9/10 of the Negroes living in the continental United States are found in the southern, South Atlantic, and South Central states. And 3/10, 81.4% in Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama. Salute. The largest number of Negroes living in compact masses are found in certain urban counties, several of which lie outside the great cotton growing states. The four, each having over 75,000 Negroes, are District of Columbia, coextensive with Washington, Shelby County, Tennessee, containing Memphis, Baltimore City, and New Orleans, Louisiana, coexistent with New Orleans. All right. The Black Belt, that is, the counties in which the Negroes are at least half the total population, lies mainly south and east of the northern and western boundaries of the Austro-Riparian zone of plant and animal life. The Negro population is Negro. The maximum being is Issaquah County, Mississippi, with more than 15 Negroes to each white person. Yeah, you know, the Mississippian culture, I'm quite sure you heard of that, you know. All right, telling it like it is, these indigenous Negroes. All right, there are 55 counties and only one city in continental United States in which at least 75% of the population is Negro. Where the proportion of Negro in the population is very high, it is usually higher in the county districts than in the cities. Where that proportion is very low, it is usually lower in the county districts. The center of the Negro population is in the DeKalb County, northeastern Alabama, about 4 miles from the western boundaries of Georgia and 33 miles south of the southern boundary of Tennessee. The center of the Negro population has moved since 1790 from a point in Dinwiddie County, Virginia. Now look what they're saying. Peep this now. What you got to understand, you got to always keep your third eye open. They're telling you slavery ended in 1865, and they're telling you all you niggas was in slavery. But if you peep this, they tell you using bondage. But when you peep what this is telling you, it say the center of the Negro population is in DeKalb County, northeastern Alabama, about 4 miles from the western boundary of Georgia and 33 miles south of the southern boundary of Tennessee. The center of the Negro population has moved since 1790 from a point in Dinwiddie County, Virginia. So they moving in 1790, how these Negro slaves? Man, you gotta ask yourself these questions. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always be with your third eye open. But yeah, the center of the Negro population has moved since 1790 from a point in Dinwiddie County, Virginia, 27 miles southwest of Petersburg, 476 miles southwest to the above mentioned point. The center of the Negro population of the southern states is farther south and west than the center of the entire Negro population. And it is also much farther south than and a little east of the center of white population of the southern states. There is some evidence of a slight tendency to a local separation between the two races in the South since 1890. The center of populations for southern Negroes being 79 miles from that for southern whites in 1890 and 94 miles in 1900. Now pinpoint that, now peep that, they said the two races. Talking in the 1800s, they said the two races. Pay attention. Hey, but let me keep reading. Oh man, I'm messing up, y'all. Hold on, let me get this back on track. I hit the wrong button. But let me keep reading. Hey, but what I want to point out, they said the two races now peep this. But when the figures are confined to the South, there is no important difference traceable between the two races. Outside of the South, that is, in the North and West, 7/10 of the Negroes and only 5/10 of the whites live in the cities as above defined. Negroes constitute. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, let me get to a point that I wanted to get at. While we talking about these numbers and they talking two races, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna skip all the mumbo jumbo and get to the points. Well, they're down here in the summary. Yeah, salute to the patriarchs. Y'all hit that like for me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna read more into this, but I want to skip to this point where they're talking about the two races, and this is a census record from the 1800s, and I'm gonna skip down to the summaries where they're talking about all these numbers, just to let y'all see what they're talking about. Now here we go. Of the Negro population of the registered area, 93.2% are living in the cities. All right, that's what they say at this time. Now it say the census recognizes in the population of the United States 4 racial importance are white, Negro, Indian, and Mongolian. White and everybody else, right? Now peep this. The last two, Indian and Mongolian, combined constitute less than 1/200th of the population of the continental United States. And in the southern states, where the Negroes are most numerous, the the Indians and Mongolians, the so-called Indians and Mongolians, are less than 1%. The so-called Indians and Mongolians less than 1%, and the Negroes are the most numerous along the Mississippi and in the South. So who the real Indian? I tell you, it was two races. What, white and black, Negro, Caucasian, or whatever they want to call it, whatever terminology they want to be using at that time. But you gotta read through the lines and see what they're really saying here. Y'all hit that like for me. They say the Mongolians and so-called Indians are less than 1% of the Negroes. now, the Negroes are the most numerous in the South. So who indigenous to the South? They just told you in 1790 the Negroes moving around. The American Negroes wasn't slaves, right? Unless they got caught in the Indian Wars. And then they got transported. Hey. In some cases where the figures for Negroes alone are not obtainable, the figures for the three non-Caucasian races combined will be used. See that? This is the U.S. government census record, man, from the 1870s. They say in some cases where the figures for Negroes alone, are not obtainable. Why they are not obtainable? Some of you Negroes, wild urban Negroes, wild Indians, wild urban untamed, uncivilized Indians, they say are unobtainable. So the figures of the three non-Caucasian races combined, Negro, Indian, and mulatto, Negro, Indian, and Mongolian, you combine all your Negro. If they tell you it wasn't but 1% of the $5 fakers, of the entire population of the Negroes, of the real tribe. So you got to read between the lines. They just calling you Negro. And earlier they told you, in the United States had open in the 1800s over 9.5 million Negroes, right? They said the only place on earth that had more Negroes was Africa. More so-called Negroes was Africa. But what about Brazil? You know, are they telling you everything? What about Haiti? All right, let's keep it moving. I'm gonna read a little bit more of this. This record pretty long. I advise you read it for yourself. I would read the whole thing, but I'd rather read it set up in the studio so I can show y'all the document too. But we can take a look at some of it. It's a lot of graphs on here. It's a lot of pertinent information. It's a lot of valuable jewels in here. Like I say, I recommend you look it up yourself too and read along. You know, it don't take long to read through something. But they got a lot of good information about the Negro population, right? The indigenous American, aka the Indian, the one they're trying to subdue. You know what I'm saying? While you celebrating Christmas, they're celebrating your subduing. They counting your numbers for a reason. The ones that's obtainable, right? Yeah. Some more stuff. Summary of the results. The proportion of single and of married in the adult Negro population has slightly declined. That of widow and divorced slightly increased since 1890. These changes differing in one particular, the decline in the proportion of married. From those which occurred during the same period among white adults, both in the entire country and in the southern states. So, you know, less marriage, population decline, smaller families, you know, feminism. We know what it is. We talk about it a lot on this channel. If you ain't know, this House of Masculinity. We make content for real straight masculine men. That's you in the right place. That ain't you if you're a little funk ass feminist. You can get your bitch ass up out the door. That door not hit your ass with a most high split your ass. I swear, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue though. We're talking about the Negro population. Back on track. Hey. So it's something else I wanted to point out in this article. Something important. I was picking and choosing what I wanted to talk about out of here. I didn't want to read the whole thing, like I said. You know. But some of that most important information. Some of the most important information though that it said was The center of the Negro population of the southern states is farther south and west than the center of the entire Negro population. And it is also much farther south than and a little east of the center of the white population. So we was a little farther south and east from the white. The whites was a little north and west. They was over there trying to push towards Cali, right? But all the Negroes are down south, you know what I'm saying? Working their own cotton fields and their own sugar plantations. You know what I'm saying? Until the sharecroppers stole it. Just tell the truth about it all. You know? Yeah. Yeah, man. This is a good document, man. Like I said, I would read the whole entire thing to y'all, but you know, and we just vibing tonight, you know, chilling next to, you know, so chilling, just taking it easy for real. Just want y'all to check that out, the Negro population. Yeah. 9.5 million Negroes in the U.S. alone. And then there's some other records I was looking at on. Let me see if I can put it back up. I was on Google. And, you know, just fucking around on Google, like we all do, right? And I typed in, you know, I typed in the continent with the largest Negro population. You know what I'm saying? You know, the quote unquote Negro. You know, just like the Indian thing. You know, I be seeing brothers call through. Someone be like, man, you know, we ain't Indians, but yeah, you know, they call us that. We ain't black either. We ain't Negroes either. We definitely ain't African Americans either. But they call us all that shit. Just like the thumbnail show you. And they been subduing you the whole time, playing games with your titles. You know what I'm saying? Of course, our ancestors ain't called themselves any of those names. You know? Salute to the patriarchs, you know? Yeah, I was on Google and I typed in the continent with the largest Negro population. And you'll be surprised what you get because a lot of deception go on. You know, it's a lot of people that don't want certain information out. So if you would, type it in yourself on Google. The continent with the largest Negro population. And what you're gonna get, after you type that in, the continent with the largest Negro population, the first thing on Wikipedia showed you, it says the African diaspora. It don't say Africa, it say the African diaspora. Wikipedia, right here on Google. The African diaspora, the largest, that's the first thing come up when you type in the largest Negro population. They say the African diaspora is the worldwide collection of communities descended from native Africa. And they talking predominantly in the Americas. They see the hijack. They say you Negroes, they say all you Negroes, the stronghold of the Negroes. You know, like the races of men told us, the stronghold of the Negroes, you know, yeah, that's the African diaspora, yeah. It's more Negroes in the Americas, but, you know, that's only because we took them out of Africa. You know, they took you out of Africa, but there's more Negroes in this hemisphere than is over there. And Wikipedia telling you subtly. They say the African diaspora. You know, the African diaspora is the worldwide, you know, slave trade, you know, predominantly from Africa, but, you know, that most of them in America, they predominantly in Americas. That's where the largest Negro population is, the stronghold. See, if you type in, and I tried this, if you type in how many Negroes in the entire Americas, they're gonna always give you the U.S. population count. So you got to be more clever than that. You got to break it down by section. They want to break Shem line up in sections. So you got to break it up in sections to get the real numbers. You got to type in the Negro population of Canada to get the numbers. Then you got to type in the Negro population of the U.S. to get those numbers. Then you got to type in the Negro population of the Caribbean islands to get those numbers. Then you got to type in the Negro population of South America to get those numbers. You might even got to break that down by Brazil and such to get all these billions of Nagas, Negroes, you know what I'm saying, more than in Africa. in the so-called diaspora, right? Diaspora, right? Yeah, figure that. Yeah. But we know, hey, the patriarchs over here, we ain't no big dummies. Y'all hit that like for me. Hey. When we type in, we already know from the census record in the 1800s, they was telling you it's about 9.5 million Negroes in the U.S. But when you type in the Negro population of Canada, let's see what it say. All right, so we type in the Negro population of Canada, right? Say about 1 million Negroes in Canada, right? And like I say, these numbers ain't even accurate, because these folks can't get accurate numbers. You know, it's impossible. One, because the Negro don't always cooperate. They've been trying to subdue you, but you ain't too cooperative, is you? So we see it's about 1 million Negroes in Canada, about 9.5 million in the U.S. So they say. Let's look at South America and the Caribbeans. The Negro population of South America. Let's see if we get some real numbers. Anything close. Negro population of South America, right? 130 million Negroes in South America. God damn. That's a lot of Negroes. You got 9.5 million Negroes in the United States. You got 130 million Negroes in South America. And you got 1 million Negroes in Canada. And that's all that's supposed to come out of Africa. Then, so when you go further and you type in the Negro population of Africa, here's where the deception comes in. When you type in the Negro population of Africa, they're gonna tell you 900 something million, right? But the thing you gotta understand is that they count Arabs, the so-called Arabs, in that number. And that's why when you type in the continent with the most numerous amount of Negroes, it comes back as the Americas every time. Every time. No matter how you slice it. Hey, y'all let me know what y'all think about that, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think. Hit me in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all feel about that, you know what I'm saying? The Negro population, you know, they just talk about you. They're talking about subduing the Negro. Hey, if you like that thumbnail, you know, I get that from, of course, The Pleasure of Smoke, you know, one of my favorite little spots to grab info from. And I see I got spam in my chat. Let me get these spammers out of my chat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, we talking the Negro population. What y'all think? Hit me up. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the patriarchs. Salute to the comrades. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too long tonight, man. I just wanted to drop a little quick one. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back in the studio a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? Closer to the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all getting out here, getting ready to, you know, celebrate weekend. Won't be about no Christmas trees and no Santa Claus, nothing like that. You know, it'll just be the little bit of chilling. You know, like I say, I'm gonna get back up in the studio and bring some more material for y'all to check out. You know, but yeah, I'm Blackjack. This house of masculinity. Respect my house. With at the door, now hit your ass. With the most, I split your ass. Peace. We out.